Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to an update on Project Icarus. It's been a while since I have done such an update, more than a year, and I think it's high time to show you the progress of the project. So welcome back to the Cobra Mk III. Here we are on Dangereuse.fr, and those things still work. We have added some lateral panels, which we are going to look into. Those are clickable panels. It's still a work in progress. We here have a navigation panel with data coming from the game. And here we have some control panels for your ship doors and some data. And a few other bits, pun intended. We have some buttons, which we will cover a bit later. The galaxy map and the system map, which are working as well. But for now, let's have a quick tour of the ship. We have doors, and this was a critical part of the development, which I have recently worked on. And these doors are important because they help me optimize the scene and especially go around a limitation I have with three.js, which is the technology I use, because three.js is using frustum culling instead of occlusion culling, and frustum culling is rendering everything which is in the path of my camera. And I don't want that. I want to be closer to occlusion culling, which is rendering only the things that you can see. So these doors help me cheat a bit. So what I do is I dynamically load and unload parts of the ship, and basically when I approach a door, I load the module which is behind. I call them modules. You can find them here. And for instance, this is room 0, also known as the cockpit. And as you can see, I can unload it. And the room behind is already loaded because I'm close to the door. Sorry if it's a bit ugly, but it's still dev, and I think it's interesting to know how it works. So I open the door and the module is loaded behind. And you will see some things pop like this door frame, because I haven't finished cutting the ship into pieces. And for instance, the corridor behind, you can see it's dynamically unloaded and loaded again. So that door helps me hide things which are not visible yet. But here you can see the trick is not complete because I need to cut that frame and put it in that wall, or at least load all the frames, you know, with the doors, and so I can hide things more efficiently. And here, the room here is loaded when I'm close to that door. But you don't see it pop up and off because there is the door. So which is a very convenient thing. Alright, so it helps me save computation by loading less triangles, and it helps me as well managing the memory of the browser because it's a browser, so we have some constraints. So yeah, right now I'm running Elite and OBS to record my browser with that application. So maybe not the best setup to have the best frame rate, but yeah, it works decently. So now let's go back to the doors. As you can see, there are doors. Oh, hello you. This one is also something I'm pretty happy about. It's an animation of the Tron bit, which I wanted to have for whatever reason. I like this guy. And I completed the animation of this one. So yeah, pretty happy with the result. So we'll react with what you do with the ship. I have closed that door, T13, so they are labeled, so it's convenient. And now you can see I can't go through the door. So that's pretty neat. And it works in multiplayer as well, so you can lock someone away. That's kind of interesting. And it's also an interesting tool for games. And yeah, you know, I'm planning to maybe create some hide and seek stuff, and with someone trying to catch them all, and some temporary closed doors. We can do a bunch of things. This is still working. Yeah, just pick the coffee mug. Yes, pour coffee. That's cool. But yeah, I thought maybe we can do more stuff with that. So since we have consumed a bit of coffee, we are going to go back to the game and buy some coffee. And so I already jumped into the right system, RNN, but I will demo some navigation things here. Okay, so let's open the map and plan a trip to Morgor. So we can see here that the next jump is going to be to Morgor. There is one jump and we arrive at Morgor. Let's take something a bit further from here. This one. We have 4 jumps here. 4 jumps here. Next jump is LP67. Sorry about that. 111. And yeah, everything is great. We can also then open the map here. And this is EDGIS, another project I've worked on for a while. And yeah, it contains all the known stars by the community, so roughly 190 million stars and about 500 million bodies. You can increase the range, which I think is nice. You can move around, which I think is really cool, a bit like in the game. And there are other filters, for instance, the atmospheres of the systems around you. So basically it's bodies with atmospheres, which you can find around. So let's say we want this one. We have sulfur dioxide in Brahma, Bolg, and Ross 104. There's also the ability to find materials around you. And you can sort by name, by count, and also a way to see stars close to you and far from you based on colors. Blue is close and red is far, and you also have the distance. There is also a bunch of experimental features, but let's start with the expert mode. Expert mode is a way to see the spectral types. So this is what we have in game, and this is what we have in the journals, basically. So you can see many more types of stars. It's yeah, basically a bit more details. And there are a few other experimental features, trying to display the voxels, arctree. But it's still something I'm working on, so don't count too much on these ones, but I think it can be useful at some point. And we can also see predicted stars, also something which is a work in progress, but based on where you are, you can maybe find some stars with their naming and where they should be. So yeah, with the mass they should have. And this is based on the EDTS library. So it's a predicted system. But yeah, something to explore. So this is the galaxy map, which I think is really cool. And we also have the system map. So let's check Eranin. So this is a competitor of Universal Cartographics, which I have worked on for a while as well. And this is a way to recreate what we have in game. Everything is SVG and generated on the move. And it's animated as well. The rotation of Earth-like worlds is based on the tilt of the planet. And yeah, the stars as well. And you have some nice properties. And you have also data on the barycenters and things like that. So yeah, trying to increase the immersion here. So let's have a fun and let's do something cool. We want to refill our coffee machine, so we are going to need to buy a bit of coffee, right? As you can see, I've done that a few times already. So I'm going to buy some coffee, and what you will see here... Oh, coffee crate spawn in cargo hatch. Grab it and bring it back to the cockpit. So let's try and see that. Everything is open. Cargo hatch is open, so let's go and see for the coffee. Is it here? We're going to see that. Alright. Oops. We are almost there. And there it is. Grab coffee crate. Awesome. And yeah, carry the crate back to the cockpit. So I'm trying to figure out some gameplay loops here, which could be fun. And I guess many more will come, but it's one for now. So yeah. And there we go, delivery complete. Coffee crate returned to the cockpit. I think it's cool. Let's celebrate. You do concur, yeah? I think it's nice too. Yes, alright. So yeah, that's it. With that, I'm going to showcase also a quick demo of the VR support. Alright, so I am on my phone and I'm going to record what is going on here at the same time so you can see how it works on the phone. Alright. So, going full screen, and yeah, I can move around a little bit, and let's go. Opening doors. Alright, so this works, so you can see there's this, I can jump, and I can also move with the controller, but once I'm in VR. So, opening VR, let's put that thing here. Alright. It's inside, and then I can use that. Alright, that's so nice. And I can move. Okay, so I'm moving, and to turn, I need to turn my head, so... Okay, let's go here. And we go down. Good. Let's run this way. Back. So with that, yeah, I would like to thank you all, and feel free to share your feedback and your ideas, and if you have cool 3D assets that you want to be brought into this, feel free to share. And yeah, with that, I'll leave you to your activities, and I see you in the black 07. Bye.